We're back, everybody. We're in the ABCs of home improvement. We've got a specialist in today. Earl's with us today discussing the insulation factor of homes. And we're going to have our new question for the day.
Earl, hold on, Earl. Before you go, for the question of the day, okay, you guys have about 45 minutes left in the show. We are giving away today the AT&T Digital Personal Communication Service. Okay, it is a Nokia 8860 slide phone, silver slide phone, fully compatible with the AT&T systems. Okay, so if you're the first caller with the answer,
it's polished chrome also.
Polished chrome with the answer today. That's here at the studio for you to pick up. Okay, Earl, kick it off. What's the question of the day?
All right. Well, does that come with a battery and a charger over there?
Battery, charger, earphone piece to
leather
make sure
case
your hands free,
also.
leather case, and instruction booklet.
Okay. Throughout the show, we'll be mentioning R values: R19, R30, R13, R38. What does R value stand for? That's the question of the day. So, someone out there,
that's a good one. That's a nice one, Earl.
I know there's a lot of housewives listening right now. They're cleaning the kitchen.
At least 135 of them.
Sure. And
based on the email count, we know there are at least 135 of them.
All right. Well, pick up the phone, put down your duster, pick up the phone, and
give
call
Earl
in,
a call.
And with the answer, get on the computer, get on the internet, look up the answer, and call us in because we got a lovely phone here.
It's a beautiful phone for your works. Okay.
Well, we were talking about before we took our break. We were talking about what everyone should do right now. What everyone should do right now is call Delfino Insulation, one of our show sponsors, and we do enjoy working with them, at 692-3535. Have one of their salespeople come out. They will talk about measuring your attic area to blow either 12 6-inches of either cellulose or fiberglass insulation over your existing insulation that you already have. Because if your home is 30, 40, 50 years old, you may only have 3 inches of fiberglass up there. You may only have 6 inches of fiberglass up there. And you're losing money. Every winter that we go through, that year after year after year, you're just burning money. Might as well put it in the ashtray.
How about some of our folks that have older homes where the ceiling systems might be like 2x6s or 2x8s and the weight of the cellulose? Is there any consideration? Do they have to be concerned, or just that blanket is fine?
No, that's fine. You don't have to worry about that, because the homes that are that old, 50 years old, and they have 2x6 joists, they might even have the plaster and the lath.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly, with the weight. Yeah.
And just, I mean, there's no problem with the weight.
Okay.
The weight, the additional weight load from either blowing 6 or 12 inches of cellulose or fiberglass is not a problem. It'll handle that either. It's like putting an extra blanket on your bed in the winter. A lot of times, this time of year, your wife will all of a sudden, you'll notice you go to bed at night, there's an extra blanket folded up at the foot of your bed.
You have a nice wife, Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, are you married, Earl, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And I'm the luckiest man in this world.
On the face of the planet, like Teddy Smith. The luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Yes. Well,
that goes out to Al, Big Al.
Yes, indeed.
Up there. Rock and roll heaven.
But that's what you want to do. This time of year, you want to put an extra blanket on your house, in your ceiling, your second floor ceiling, over what you already have.
Well, let's back up though. What is now the cellulose? Okay, so it's better than if you just put bad insulation down. You still have some openings and air spaces. So this cellulose sort of does it sort of seal up the entire area up in the attic over the joists and over the old insulation
and the light fixtures and everything else
and
that's
any
involved.
Cracks or any?
Yes, you can lay bats. You probably already have bats up in your attic
or in your belfry.
Absolutely. You probably already have the bats up in your attic, and they probably have craft paper on one side, the side facing down against the sheetrock, and that's your vapor barrier. What you don't want to do is go to Home Depot and buy more craft paper bats and put them up on top of what you already have, because now you have a double vapor barrier, and you'll be trapping moisture in between the two layers.
That's something else.
So the bats are basically the roll of insulation.
Yeah, Mike, I want to hear what you think about bats, Mike.
I don't want to get into bats. Every time I had a problem with bats, I remember the one night where we had a lot of them in the house. Why? Because the genius next door, when I was living in a townhouse, closed the vent up when we went away for the weekend.
That was crazy.
Right.
And I just had experiments going on all day long.
Did you have any of those smoking bats?
No, they were all pretty quiet. I waited for commercials to come out for those.
It's incredible.
So bats basically are the rolls of insulation.
Well, rolls are rolls. Bats are 8 foot 8-foot lengths
right.
or
Oh, I
4-foot
see.
lengths.
Pre-cut. They're pre-cut lengths.
fiberglass insulation.
And they fit right between the.
Yes, they do. And you can just add another layer. And
Now, do you add it on top, or do you go transverse? How would that be done?
the best way to do it is to go crossways. In other words, if your beams run this way, go across them the other way.
So that's
Because
it.
you're going opposite the seams. You're sealing it up, but you're still going to have penetrations, air infiltration
Between
areas.
the bats.
So the best way that we recommend is that we either blow cellulose or blow fiberglass where there'll be no seams, and it's going to seal up. It's going to be putting down a beautiful comforter,
Comforter, nice.
6, 9, or 12-inch blanket over your home to help keep that heat in.
Well, Earl, let me just look through my emails here. Here it is. There's somebody here now that has a house, and they want to know they have like a polystyrene that was sprayed in between their joists, and it sort of created a little air pocket there when they opened it up. Now, that was an old way to do things. Are they still doing that type of insulation? And what is the procedure for that? Let's figure out the procedures for that.
Well, they still do it, and we're not big fans of it. I'm not.
Excellent.
I'd rather stay with Johns Mansville. There's a big company right there.
Nice.
Just came out with a form of insulation called Spider. They're the first company to actually blow fiberglass insulation into your sidewalls, into your 2x6 exterior walls.
Nice.
And then they use a scraping machine to scrape it flat so that there's no air voids and there's no formaldehyde. They've figured out a way.
Yes.
In the past, the formaldehyde was the bonding agent.
That's what they use to
Okay.
activate. Yep.
To bond the fiberglass in the bat form, also in this sprayed form. Well, what they did was they took out the the formaldehyde, which none of us want. You're going to get plenty of that soon enough.
Later on.
Yeah. So they took out the formaldehyde. They found another bonding agent that they could use. They figured out this thing. They call it Spider, and they sprayed in the walls now. And that's the way we want to go. We don't want to talk about the foam and these other
Earl,
polystyrenes.
we have a call here on line one. Let's see what the callers have to say. Go ahead, caller. You're here on 1110.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Steve.
How's that roaming reporter
What's going
doing?
on there, Uncle Steve?
Very good, very good.
Hey, listen, we're coming up on Turkey Day soon. I hope you're going to take a day off and enjoy.
Yeah, we would like to, but, the customer comes first.
I like that, Steve. Where are you working
always
today?
Say yes, Steve.
We're down here in Westchester doing some replacement windows.
Oh, replacement windows. Now, our topic today, Steve, is energy efficiency of the building envelope. So maybe we can keep you on for a moment here and give us a little insight into what's available for the folks out there when you're replacing your windows, for all the way from the regular builder's grade Anderson, perhaps, to a high Posey or an E-glass Marvin window.
Okay.
What do you recommend when you're out there, or is it based on a budgetary?
Well, a lot of times it's based on budgetary with the customer, but I always recommend a high efficiency window with an Energy Star rating.
Excellent, very smart, very good, Steve. That's excellent. And we can't talk about the Giants today because they're on tonight, so we'll see how they do.
Well, I don't want to talk about the Jets.
We won't talk about the Jets.
Embarrassment.
That's right. So excellent, Steve. Why don't you throw your name and company name and phone number out there again for all of these folks out in our listening populace?
Okay, that's Uncle Steve at the Renovation Consultant, 845-831-7609.
Excellent, Steve. Excellent, man. So it's always nice to hear from you. What type of windows are you actually putting in today?
These are a vinyl replacement and an Energy Star.
Energy Star. Nice. Now, are they custom-made units or are they stock units?
Yes.
Custom-made. So for our folks out there thinking about doing a window replacement job, there's two ways to go. If you have standard-size windows, obviously you try and get the stock units. But if not, if it's a custom application, Uncle Steve, why don't you tell us approximately, like on a custom unit, how long it takes just to get the order for these units in?
Orders usually run about 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
And installation, depending on how many windows, are usually done in a day or two.
Nice. Excellent. So the time is really to make the windows.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So if you folks are thinking about doing any sort of exchange of windows and you have some custom sizes, remember there's always a month or a month and a half's time to manufacture the units that need to go in. You have to put that into your project schedule. All right.